FIFA found that World Cup warm-up matches against Thailand, Bulgaria, Colombia and Guatemala had been fixed, following the handover of the FIFA report. For top officials, including Nematandani, were suspended. Within a month, their suspension was lifted on procedural grounds. Now an independent judicial committee will be appointed to get to the bottom of the matter.
The tone of contention has been about whether the model that is going to be employed is going to be a model of independent inquiry without judicial powers. And now we have arrived at the decision that it will be a model of judicial powers to investigate.
The head of the judiciary arm of FIFA's ethics committee, Michael Garcia, could join the commission subject to approval. While Mbalula and FIFA seem to have concluded matters on the pending inquiry, it seems the South African Football Association is on a different page.
If you read the statement very clear, it says it's subject to the end approval. Now, there's no confusion about that. Perhaps it's your interpretation that is not correct.
I hear you, Mr. President. I'm actually reading the statement right in front of me. It says, South Africa Sports Minister Fikile Mbalula, SAFA President Kirsten Matandani and FIFA Secretary General Jerome Falca reached a concrete conclusion in their meeting held today at the home of FIFA in Zurich.
I represented the association, and of course, on behalf of the association, I need to take this matter back. So it is the very same association, NEC, that must now say, in view of the following factors, this is where we should go. And as a result, that's why I said it needs to be subjected to the process.
However, Mbalula says he will brief President Jacob Zuma on the matter before a retired judge is appointed to head the commission. Thabiso Sitole, SABC News.
Now let's get more on the story. With me in the studio, Thabiso Sitole. A very good evening to you, Thabiso. Thank you for joining us. Now, this has been a long, ongoing saga. We've seen some kind of consensus finally.
Well, look, finally, I hope, as like many South Africans and many sport-loving people in this country, that the minister is finally stepping in first and foremost. It's not the first time that we had the minister come in and say, look, I need to put an end to this. But the problem with SAFA right now, as you heard in the package, Nematandani is saying, as far as he's concerned, he's taking this back to the SAFA NEC. They will meet tomorrow and they will adopt, I think that's what he meant, the proposal as what he called them, or they will not. So it's a little bit confusing what SAFA plans to do about the issue, but frankly, as far as I'm concerned, everything is in writing. It literally says in the joint press statement, this is a joint press statement by FIFA, by SAFA, by the Sports Ministry, President Nematandani there himself being present, saying it's a concrete conclusion to the matter. A judicial inquiry shall be implemented. So I'm not quite sure what he means. So
a bit of cloak and dagger here. Thabiso, in your opinion, why would SAFA stall?
Look, I think there's a couple of things. A judicial commission inquiry, I think, as far as my knowledge is certain right, I'm not a legalese, but I think would go back. Let's say the president will decide, President of the Republic will decide what and when or how far back he'd like it to investigate. So this could open a bigger can of worms instead of just the matches preceding the 2010 FIFA World Cup matches. This could be from as far back as 2006. Maybe there's something to hide. Maybe there's nothing to hide. But if there's nothing to hide, why is SAFA being so sticky about a judicial commission inquiry going as far back as they want, as far as I'm concerned?
So you're saying they'll make that decision and make that call tomorrow. What if SAFA don't come to the party? What are the implications?
We've spoken to the minister before, and prior to him leaving for Zurich, the minister said, come what may, he will get to the bottom of this. And I asked the question to the minister, are we willing to have FIFA kick us out of world football? So be it, was the answer I got, because this is South Africa. FIFA or nobody else will tell South Africa how to investigate a criminal matter. You must remember, this is now a matter that has been reported to the South African courts. So the minister and South African government is obligated to investigate any corruption or match-fixing allegations as has been reported. The Hawks have also been involved, if you remember correctly.
That's a strong-worded statement, though. What does that mean for football in the country?
Well, that's pretty straightforward. If FIFA do feel that, they've adopted, today's statement says they've adopted, they agree with South Africa or the Mbalula wanting a judicial commission inquiry. If then they say, look, it is interference as far as FIFA is concerned, and government interference in football we will not allow, we'll kick South Africa out of international football, the people that will suffer the most, unfortunately, will be athletes, will be the public of South Africa who want to see football. But I think maybe there comes a point where we need to fix our own problems. And South African football has gotten away, as far as I'm concerned, for a long time without being put straight. I think maybe this is the time that the Minister, as is shown, I think the Minister is on the right track to try and fix the issues and the ills of soccer in the country.
Now, Thabiso, in terms of timeframes, what are we looking at? How quickly will this commission be set up and the judge appointed to oversee it?
Well, firstly, the Minister returns to South Africa tomorrow morning. I think he lands around 9-10 in the morning. After that, I'm not quite sure when he'll meet the President of the Republic, who will have to brief first and foremost on what happened in Zurich. Thereafter, the President himself, and only he, can actually, appoint a judicial commission of inquiry, and then a retired judge, is what I heard from the Minister's spokesperson, will be appointed by the President, and then the process will begin. I'm not quite sure how far back or when this will happen in terms of the time frame, but hopefully it will be sometime soon, because SAFA does have an AGM later this year in September, so I'm sure they'd like to fix things first before we get that far.
Definitely. You'll keep an eye on that story and keep us updated as more information comes through. National Police Commissioner Ria Piaga says weapons